This past week, DC Comics has dominated the news with a multitude of announcements. We're going to attempt to break down all the information into digestible, bite-sized pieces for your enjoyment.
So the biggest news of the week, Aquaman's costume for Batman v Superman has been released. Director Zack Snyder posted the picture of actor Jason Momoa late last night, and the internet literally pooped itself. People have been hesitant of Jason becoming the King of Atlantis, and this costume seemed to calm down the haters.
Yeah, a little bit. This looks like an Aquaman that could actually take on the Man of Steel. Snyder has stated that they're sticking to canon that Aquaman's trident can cut the Kryptonian's flesh. And this version of the Atlantean King could probably take on Kal-El in a hand-to-hand combat. Just look at him. He looks like he'd bench press an oil tanker.
Some people may be confused by the costume, seeing that it's vastly different from the recognizable costume that most people think of when the Ocean Dweller comes to mind. However, every character gets a redesign throughout different publications, and there have been similar versions of this costume in the comics before. But this one has some very interesting details.
Breaking it down, this Aquaman is meant to be the embodiment of the Polynesian culture. At least that's what Jason Momoa has stated in an interview. Now, the armor on the one side of the body that protects his shoulder and arm is reminiscent of the armor of gladiators who would wear them in the Colosseum, but the tattoos on the other half of the body are representative of Polynesian armor. In most Polynesian culture, marking one's skin is all the armor one would need for battle.
That's awesome.
Right? It's a nice touch that the arrowheads on the armor match the arrowheads on the tattoos, making him covered from head to toe in armor. There's also speculation that the hand tattoos could represent mouths of deities. There's not much information on that, so we won't go into it.
The shark tooth tattoos and armor on his left arm is common in Polynesian tattoo art. In an interview with Inked magazine, Momoa explained that it's like a guardian. It's basically like your power animal, which is so badass.
It's also pretty cool because Momoa already had the tattoo, so the costume designer just added it to the armor and some additional tattoos for Aquaman's chest and sides. Awesome.
The iconic trident forged by Neptune himself looks great, and you almost miss it, but you can see the reimagined Aquaman symbol on his belt at the bottom of the image. Overall, super gritty, super dark, a little reminiscent of recycled 300 armor, but I'm okay with it.
It's an outfit that works for the darker DC cinematic universe, and this is definitely an Aquaman that could get his own movie. Imagine you're walking on the beach, and this dude walks out of the ocean. Oh, mama.
I would climb right in.
I think I'd have to climb in.
Now, the whole Unite the Seven tagline that was on the image that was tweeted out could mean a few different things. Ultra fans at the same time scream, "That's the Super Seven! As in the 7 members of the superhero team, the Justice League!"
But you could also say, hey now, couldn't it be the 7 Seas? Because you know, he's the King of Atlantis. Most likely, Zack and his team left it open-ended so the internet could tear itself apart trying to come to a decision. What are your final thoughts on the costume?
I like it. It incorporates elements from the original costume, and Jason Momoa looks like a homely Greek god.
Yes.
Not the picture of Aquaman that I always had in my head. But he looks badass. Won't be as cool as James Cameron's Aquaman, though.
Agreed. I'm excited to see him fighting side by side with Batfleck and Henry Cavill, or against him. I have no idea what this movie's gonna do with all these characters.
In more DC news, Jared Leto said that he's excited for the challenge of undertaking the role of the Joker. He also stated that David Ayer wants him to bulk up for the role. Leto also described his character as nearly Shakespearean, which is an interesting take on our favorite maniac.
Some versions of the Joker have been a bit bulkier, but the most iconic are like the lanky Scarecrow iterations that we all love. I like that Leto is taking this character seriously, taking it as a challenge. He definitely has the chops for the role. We just have to see what he's gonna do.
More Suicide Squad news. After Tom Hardy stepped away from the project, Warner Brothers has now found his replacement. Actor Joel Kinnaman is our new Rick Flag. I don't actually know much about that character, but he has the look of a soldier that could whip these criminals into shape.
Rick Flag may have a new member to his team as well. It was announced that actor Jay Hernandez was cast in the film, and his character is under wraps. The Latino Review did some digging and uncovered that he could portray Chato Santana, aka El Diablo.
El Diablo is a mid-tier comic villain who can control fire, but to be safe, I'm not going to completely trust the Latino Review. They've had a history of jumping the gun on speculations, but they've also been ahead of the rest of the news outlets with their reports.
El Diablo has been a member of the Suicide Squad in the past, so it's not far-fetched, but he doesn't seem to be in the same league as the Joker and Harley Quinn and Deadshot. Hopefully he's cooler than Captain Boomerang.
You don't like him?
No, I don't like him.
That's a perfect Captain Boomerang.
That's his whole character.
So what do you guys think of all this news for DC? Do you like the new Aquaman costume?
Are you excited for the Suicide Squad and possibly El Diablo? Let us know in the comments down below.
And let us know why it's called a trident when there's 5 spears on it.
A pendant, quindent.
Pentdent? Yeah, quindent. I don't know.
That's a dumb name, so trident makes sense, but it doesn't make sense.
Trident totally sounds better.
Trident come.
I mean, it's not accurate, but it sounds cooler.